All right, good evening. This is the Thursday, the meeting of the Board of Directors for the Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District for Thursday, July 25th, 2024, 6 o'clock. Can we get the roll call, please?
Yes. Director Sailors.
Present.
Director Weber.
Present.
Director Sheets. Director Gould.
Present.
Director Wood.
Present.
Director Rice.
Present.
Director Jones.
Here.
Director Clark. Here. And Director Costa let me know that he will not be attending this evening. And just for the record, President Gould is joining us. We did post that information on the agenda as required by the Brown Act, but he is joining us via Zoom this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Director Clark, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Absolutely. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Next up is the Metro Cable announcement for those interested. Our meeting will replay at 9 o'clock on Sunday, July 28th, and again at 6 p.m. on Monday, the 29th on cable channel 14. It can also be viewed on YouTube at youtube.com, Metro Cable 14. Next up is the public opportunity to discuss matters of public interest within district jurisdiction, including items on or not on the agenda. Do we have any speakers?
Yes, we do. I have a speaker card from Roger Mitchell. Roger, if you'd like to come up to the podium.
Good evening, Mr. Mitchell.
Good evening, directors. My name is Roger Mitchell, a wonderful retiree from this wonderful district, and lead a group that is restoring Rio Linda's second ever fire engine. As we know, Rio Linda is now protected by Metro Fire, and this district has been just very supportive of this. So this year, we're having our annual fundraising dinner. It's a barbecue, as always, and one of our previous employees, Master Mechanic Scott Courtney, comes back to town to do the complete barbecue meal, and he also, since he was a master mechanic and a dear friend of mine, even though he lives out of state now, he'll come back once in a while and spend a week to help us on the engine. So Metro Fire, from retirees to present people, step up to help us do this. So anyway, the fundraising dinner is October the 5th. It is at 5 o'clock. Wonderful barbecue meal. It's held in the Rio Linda, Alberta Recreation and Park District, where it has been before. Most of you have been there, and I thank you. But this year is going to be a little different. We have a wonderful presentation that's going to be made. And I can't tell you about it, but I hope you're there to see this. And we're very lucky that we have secured a person that's going to say a few words about this presentation. Literally a world-class speaker. So I'm sure you're all going to want to be there to hear the words of the fire chief for this presentation. So, and on a personal note, Director Rice, thank you for the commitment you made to me prior to the meeting. I appreciate it very much.
Guess what, Raj? I got the date wrong. I will be there.
You will? Then I won't give your tickets away.
You know what? I'll buy more. Give the tickets away. I'll get more.
You sure? Thank you for that, Director. I would tell you that Director Rice not only, he's a personal friend. We've fought fire together before, but he's also helped because of his position in the union, getting letters of support to do the fire station also, which this district is a proud owner. So we're starting to talk to major corporations for funding. We need to raise about $1.5 million to do that station. So if any of you know people with deep pockets, we would love to talk to them. And certainly part of the directors and the chief under their guidance to guide the restoration of that engine. We're looking forward to doing that also. So if I have any questions, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. If not, I'll be here at the end of the meeting to have tickets, or we've got 2 months, but this is the first time I'm here, so. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Mitchell? We'll see you again on tickets, or is there a way to get them online or electronically?
You'll see me again. So, and I know Director Ted Woods, his wife graduated from Rio Linda High School, if my memory serves me correct, so he's normally there. So I had two people, and I think I will leave their names unmentioned, but they said, are you going to have the same type of articles that, you know, for bidding and your auctioneer and the raffle? I said, yes, it's going to be better this year, and they were happy to hear that. So anyway, since you have no questions, I'll be here at your next meeting, and any other ways we can make connections for the tickets, I'll be happy to. So
What are the prices?
$25 a piece. I would tell you, for many years, we did this for $20 a piece. And I had people that wanted to raise the price, and where we live, to be quite honest with you, you know, we can't have tickets for $100 a piece. But that being said, we finally agreed to 25. But what we did is we were always selling sodas for $1. Nah, your sodas are all free now for $25. So we made some concessions. So would love to see you. Most of you have been there before. It'll be a wonderful evening. And thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Roger.
Is it the community center?
Community Center, yes, sir, Director.
That's okay.
So I think if we had the whole board there, I think that would impress the chief a lot. So if you'll bear with me for that, thank you.
Thank you very much, Roger.
Do I have any other speakers in the room wishing to speak? And in Zoom land, if you'd like to make a public comment, please use the raise your hand feature and we will call upon you. No other comments, thank you.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the consent calendar. Do we have any questions on the consent? I have one I was going to ask. Chief, I was looking for Chief Wagaman, but I don't see him in here. The 5 type 1 Pierces that are in this consent, do we have places for them already?
I'm going to defer to Shay. Shay's in the crowd. He can probably answer that question.
I know a crew down at 53 that would love to get their hands on one, so.
Yes, we have places for them all and about 22 more.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Do we have, anyone want to make a motion on the consent?
Mr. Chair, I so move.
We got a motion and a second. Would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Director Saylors. Director Weber.
Aye.
Director Sheets.
Aye.
President Gould.
Aye.
Director Wood.
Aye.
Director Rice.
Aye.
Director Jones.
Aye.
Director Clark. Thank you. Motion passes. The consent calendar is adopted.
Thank you. Moving on to action items. Action item number 1, Chief Bailey. Welcome.
Good evening, Board of Directors, Board Chair, who's on Zoom, colleagues and members of the public, Chief House, Ty Bailey, Deputy Chief of the Administration, here to bring you the EERR. So the topic this evening is the Employer-Employee Relations Resolution. The Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District current EERR Resolution 168384 was developed by American River Fire District and adopted on November 16th, 1983. And EERR provides procedures for meeting and conferring in good faith with the recognized employee organizations regarding matters that directly and significantly affect and primarily involve wages, hours, and other terms and conditions of employment. The district, in coordination with Local 522, Lieber Cassidy, Whitmore, and Mestagny Holstead, have updated the EERR. All parties are in agreement with the language as edited, and our recommendation is to adopt the EERR resolution, replacing the number 168384.
Do we have any questions for the chief? No. All right. Can I get a motion? We have a motion.
Weber, okay?
Director Weber and Director Sheets. If we can call the roll, please.
Yes. Director Saylors. Director Weber.
Aye.
Director Sheets. President Gould.
Aye.
Director Wood.
Aye.
Director Rice.
Aye.
Director Jones.
Aye.
Director Clark. Thank you. Motion passes. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you very much, Chief Bailey.
Thank you, board members, and I want to thank 522 HR and all the members that assisted with this update. It's been long overdue, way back in my tenure from 522, so I do appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, moving on to action item number 2. Welcome, Jeff Rye.
Thank you, Vice President Wood, and good evening, directors. I am here as promised in the last board meeting with the resolution from staff. Before I get into that, I just want to thank you for really your patience and your time at the last board meeting. This is quite a lengthy presentation. We just felt like the detail and the conversation was necessary given the request we are making here tonight. But I will tell you, our position has not changed. As I told you, we are probably even more resolved to see this through, as we've had discussions for the last couple of weeks and got into the need through the conversations, and we know this has to happen. So I do want to take a second here and take a different approach to what would be a typical staff report and give you our talking points in the simplest way I can. Very complicated issue, but the more we talk about it, it truly is very simple. I think we keep saying that. So in simple terms, we are here to provide the compassionate protection, fire protection services that our district, our citizens want. That was confirmed in that survey. They weren't interested in the details. They just want to know that when 911 is called, someone's going to show up. Our district, our resources here are not sufficient to support that rising call volume. And aging apparatus, deteriorating stations aren't going to keep up. So simply put, the needs identified in our capital planning process have put us in a position where we can't afford them in our current budget status. So to address those needs and the public safety demands, we are here to ask the board to consider placing a $415 million fire and emergency response bond measure on the November 24 ballot. So this, we think, would cost the typical property owner about $78 a year, which is $6.50 a month. That's our request to start to address some of these issues. So if it is approved, in November, the funding could be used for several critical needs in the district: upgrading, outdating, and deteriorating life-saving equipment, improving aging fire stations to meet current work safety conditions, ensuring continued reductions for our firefighters' exposure to cancer-causing air pollution, equipping stations to more rapidly respond to medical and fire emergencies, simultaneously trying to keep up with growing call volume, providing additional emergency response equipment, fire engines, ambulances, other vehicles so first responders can arrive quickly on scene, and finally, construction new stations in high population areas to reduce response times. That's what we're trying to do. That is consistent with what I said very first. And I'm going to say it again. If we make this very simple, we're here to provide a service. Our citizens expect that service. So with that, I do want to highlight from our staffing report the fiscal impact. We estimated the cost for the election to be $1 million. In the last couple of days, we've been able to refine that a bit. That is all election services. So that includes the boards rerunning on the ballot plus this initiative. That number is not $1 million. It's about 930-ish. Of which we have in our current budget all but about 240,000 of that. So the $1 million that we put in the staff report is overstated. So I believe with that, we are here to answer any questions and take any feedback you all have. Again, our staff recommendation is to adopt a resolution authorizing us to move forward with this. I will note before we jump in it, since Director Gould is on Zoom, he had a couple of questions for us this week, namely, have We reached out to the taxpayer associations and proactively engaged in some of those conversations. We have provided a couple of courtesy calls. There have been discussions, but that has been about the length of it until the board takes action. So happy to entertain any other questions you may have.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time, Mr. Fry. I know this has been a huge lift, a lot of work for you, your staff, and Ms. Castleberry, so appreciate all you guys have done. Any questions for Mr. Fry?
Just a
Director
quick
Jones.
comment. Right, thank you, Mr. President. Yes, as everyone here in this room knows, we have been talking about this for over a decade in terms of future needs. And circumstances are good now to try to fulfill the requirements and the responsibilities that we have to sustain our service delivery model that we have. This is so very, very, very important. It's not thought of overnight. I mean, from inception of Metro Fire, we've been talking about the future needs and how we're going to meet it. This has been a long time coming, a lot of thought, effort, conversations have gone into this over the years. So I very much appreciate, Mr. Fry, you and your team's work on this, and I'm here to support you in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vice President Wood, President Gould has his hand raised online, so he has a question when you get to him.
Director Gould, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Director Wood. I appreciate all of you in attendance this evening. I also support what Director Jones just mentioned. I want to add one additional thing for the viewing public or any member of the public that is concerned about this process. I think it's important that we realize that Metro Fire has nearly a quarter century of history showing that we take very seriously our responsibilities as directors and overseeing the fiscal stability of this organization. Today is no different. The action we take today is no different than what we've been doing for nearly a quarter century, and that's taking very seriously taxpayer dollars. I want all of you in the viewing public or all of you in our community to understand that this board is still dedicated to that initial mission of ensuring that we take very seriously the tax dollars that we are entrusted with. And we feel very passionately, as Director Jones has so eloquently stated, that this isn't a new thought. This isn't a new idea. This is a capitalization on what we've done for 24 years. And that's to ensure that the citizens of our region get what they pay for, and in regards to high quality fire suppression, outstanding, probably second to none medical services, and all of the other services that our organization participates in. I also want to make a commitment that if any member of the public is concerned about this, please reach out to our organization. We will share with you all of the data that was shared with us so that you can see we're not just trying to do a money grab and then, hide the dollars. We are trying to make sure that Metro Fire sustains and maintains its unbelievable quality in this community. And we urge that anyone that's concerned, reach out to us. We want to absolutely be transparent on how we're putting this together. I know our staff will do that. And we hope to gain your support over the next few months as we are asking for you to, again, sacrifice your hard-earned dollars to ensure that Sacramento Fire stays number one. Thank you, Director Wood.
Thank you, Director Gould. Any other comments or questions from the dais? I will entertain a motion if there is one.
I'll be
So move.
20
We have a motion from Director Sheets and a
heard a
second from President Gould.
Director Clark's the one I heard, but
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Let Clark have it.
let Clark have it? Okay. All right, I will call the roll. Director Sailors? Aye. Director Weber?
I strongly support.
Director Sheets? Aye. Director Gould?
Absolutely.
Director Wood?
Aye.
Director Rice?
Aye.
Director Jones?
Aye.
Director Clark?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you, Directors.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fry. Moving on to reports, even though I'm sitting here right now speaking, I don't feel right giving a president's report since Director Gould's here. So Director Gould, I'll let you speak if you want to in that capacity.
Yeah, Ted, you're too humble. Thank you very much. Just clearly want to share with my colleagues, I continue to have conversations with the chief and staff relative to our movements forward on expanding our recruitment and recognition of the men and women in the armed services for the veterans in our community as we look to continue to improve our relationship with those organizations and figure out a way that when our men and women return, that one of the first things they think about, if so inclined, is to join our team. Thank you, Director Wood.
Thank you very much, Director. Moving on to Fire Chief's report, Chief House.
Good evening, directors, members of the public, and colleagues. I want to just do two things that I really love to do is welcome a new member and express congratulations to one of our long-lasting members. So I'm going to start with congratulations to Mark Siebert on his promotion to Logistics Manager, effective July 1st, and I'd like to invite Mark Siebert up to the podium to express some words to you all.
Welcome. Congratulations.
Hello, directors. Thank you very much. Chief House, thank you. Colleagues, first of all, it's a huge honor. I've been a reserve firefighter, I think 26 years, either today or tomorrow. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been a very long time. I've been in logistics since 2002, started in February as a logistics technician, moved up to warehouse supervisor, got promoted to assistant manager, and now officially logistics manager. So huge honor. I appreciate everybody's love and support. I mean, it's been nothing but straight positivity from everybody, all the firefighters, you name it, everybody. People that are retired have been reaching out. I mean, just like I said, the love and support from the district, my family, my wife, and my youngest daughter in the audience today. I just want to say thank you. You put your hands in a good person. Most of you know, I work my butt off. I really care about this fire district. I've been doing it forever. You're not going to lose faith in me. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Excellent. Congratulations.
Congratulations again, Mark. And we all know you're going to do a fantastic job like you've done the entire time you've been here, along with all of our members. The next one, I'd like to please join me in welcoming Nathan Nowowski. I know I butchered that up. Who was hired as our chief pilot for the operations division effective July 1st. So Nathan, the podium is yours, and welcome, sir. I have loved our interaction. I respect your dedication to our armed services. You and I share that. We've had some good, healthy discussion. I look forward to the leadership and the direction you'll continue to make air operations the program that we have had since its infancy. So
thanks,
I look forward
Chief.
to that.
Thanks, directors. Good evening. I'm very, very excited to be selected for this position. As the chief mentioned, I've got a number of years in the military. Enlisted right out of high school, did 10 years as a mechanic on aircraft, large aircraft, C-5s and C-130s, and then got commissioned at the 129th Rescue Wing in the Bay Area as a combat search and rescue helicopter pilot. And I've been doing that since about 2004. So kind of think I've reached the end of my useful shelf life in the military. About ready to get out of the uniform and spend a little bit more time at home. However, one of the things that has drawn me to that career field was the service, the rescue aspect, the wildland firefighting, and all of that. And I'm just absolutely thrilled to be able to kind of combine all of that and still be able to spend a little bit more time with my family and not deploying anymore. So I'll be looking to retire before too long. Won't be this year. I'm looking at sometime mid next year. I'll be retiring from the military and basically dedicating all of my time to the air station and to this department. And I'm absolutely happy, thrilled to be here. So
We're thrilled to have you. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard.
thank you. Thanks, Chief.
And with that, that's the end of my report, unless you have any questions.
Any questions for the chief? No. Thank you very much, Chief. Moving on to operations report, Chief Mitchell. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Director Wood. Good evening, everybody, Chief House, colleagues, and members of the public. Adam Mitchell, Deputy Chief Operations here tonight, amongst a very talented group of individuals, obviously, that you're hearing from, and also that are out in the field performing every single day. It's been very, very busy, as you can all probably imagine if you walked in tonight. We've got a number of members over helping our partner agency, Sacramento City Fire, on a third alarm. We also are running our normal calls. As well, if you've been watching the news, fire season is not just here, it is here with a bang. And we've got numerous people deployed throughout the state to help the mission of protecting the public and the members of the state of California. And I'm very proud of them. And I would like to say again, thank you to them for what they do day in and day out. They do an incredible job putting themselves in harm's way to protect our community and those around the state. So, but with that, tonight, I'm happy to bring up Battalion Chief Tom Koscielny, who tonight is working as out-of-class shift commander to do the shift commander spotlight. So Chief Koscielny, come on up.
Good evening, directors, chief, and the public. So I'm normally over at Battalion 5, filling in for Chief Johnson tonight as the shift commander. And for the spotlight session today, I'd like to introduce Kyle Warren. Kyle, he's our dozer operator, and he started out as a single role with us back in 2012. So he's kind of one of our success stories for sure of the program, and then working through. He was a heavy equipment operator before he started here, and then he moved into the dozer program in 2016. So he kind of left that field to try to get out of a metal cage, but here he is back in one. So, with all due, here you go, Kyle.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
So I was asked to speak, and I sort of hesitated on it, and not much of a public speaker. But I think it's an important topic. It's a tool that Metro has that we utilize, and it comes in handy for the guys out in the field, allows them to get back into the station a little bit faster, hopefully, and sort of limits the threat of some of these fires. So I did start as a single role, and I feel like I am a success story. I've been able to sort of come up, and now I'm in a program as a primary operator on B shift. So I want to talk a little bit about the program with you guys. The program was started in 2006, prior to my time. And the intent was to help with the extinguishment of the fires, and then, like I said, get the guys back into the station a little bit faster, let them be service ready to run more calls. The dozer's based out of the Slough House area at Station 58. We have 2 dozers out there. One is a 2006 D5N, the other is a 1994 D4H. During the wildland season, we're staffed 24/7, 7 days a week until the end of wildland season. And then I transition back to my current spot as a fire engine at 58. Currently, we have 3-time full operators, so A, B, and C shift. We have 2 backup operators, and then we have 3 apprentices. Hopefully, if everything goes good, we'd be able to get them signed off this year, the end of this year, and they can become full-time backup operators. Excuse me. All operators, they maintain a Class A commercial vehicle license with various endorsements, anything from hazardous waste to doubles. So it is a benefit that we have. We can help with other special ops if they need something moved, or for instance, like the burn tower. We're able to move the burn tower for the boot drive, et cetera. So it does come in useful. Just because it's an off-season, you know, we still do some work around the district for them. So our main goal is constructing fire line around the fire, right? Taking it down to bare mineral soil, surrounding the perimeter edge and limiting the spread of the fire. But like I said, we also do other jobs, training division, assisting with them, prepping sites if there's a Auto X class, getting apparatus that have gotten stuck down by the river, we'll say, helping assist them and pulling them out. And then we've also been, had the privilege to attend quite a few trainings. We go down to Southern California, Camp Pendleton, and we work with those guys down there. It's a little bit different world for us. Here we're in like the flat grasslands, very fast-moving fires, but down there on the base, we have a lot of different terrains. So it's a great exercise for us to get experience in different atmospheres. And then this year, we also were able to go down to Modesto Fire. They hosted an event down there, as well as TCU, Tuolumne Calaveras Unit of CAL FIRE, and we did some training with them, which was very beneficial. So that's a little bit about the dozer program. I did want to leave you guys with a story, though. So we recently had, and this just, I'm trying just to convey how important I feel the dozer is within our operations. So we recently had the Excelsior fire that was a fast-moving, somewhat wind-driven fire, burned quite a few acres for us. I think I was the second unit on scene, I believe, and was attempting to do my normal operations of tracing that fire, trying to make a fire break. And because of the speed of that fire and just the limited capabilities of our dozer, it was outrunning me. At some point during that, I heard over the radio that we had an immediate structure threat on Jackson Highway. So I disengaged and went to those structures because they were in line of sight. And my idea was to start cutting line around those structures. Now, with saying that, everyone has fences separating their property, so it does make it difficult. I saw a guy out with a garden hose. I ended up cutting a line for him, and he's giving me the thumbs up, cheering because the fire burnt up to the fire edge. It worked out great, and I give him a little one of these out the window, and he's fist pumping me. And it's a good feeling, You're like, okay, I can see the work that I just did paid off. Well, there's a house next door. And so I had to go around onto Jackson and come in their driveway. And you could see them in a panic, loading up their vehicles with whatever possessions. And at the time, there was not a fire engine at that house doing structure protection. I had seen them up the road a little bit, filling up with water, I assumed at the time. And as I wrapped the backside of their house, I see flame lengths of 8 to 10 feet, and it's they didn't have their grass cut, but neither here nor there, still a large flame front coming through. So I began cutting line around their house, fairly close to their house, something abnormal that I typically wouldn't get that close to their house. And I glanced over, and there's a little girl, probably 8, 10 years old, and she's looking at me in the breezeway, just like eyes as wide as she could be, right? And I got huge flame lengths coming. And I have an alarm on the dozer, and I hit the alarm, so it's called a rock alarm, and I told her to go because I was expecting this flame front to hit her, or hit their house. So I cut the line, and as I turned around to try and make my line wider, I noticed her at the end of the breezeway with her family. And thankfully, with saying that, prior to that, I had told the battalion chief that was in that area, I said, we need immediate engine protection at this house. But as I turned around, I looked at her, and she was still that, wide-eyed, you could tell the fear. And that flame front hit the dozer line and made a difference. And then thankfully, right then, an engine was able to pull up and help with some ember cast stuff, put some water on. But, I just wanted to show the importance and some of the little stuff that dozer, you don't always see it, but when it does show, it shows it makes a difference. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Good story. I've seen it. I've seen the benefit and been a beneficiary of it as well. A few years back, there was a 50-acre fire in the field behind my house, and just looking over the fence and watching. It was a small fire, but just watching the dozer circle that, and then half the crews were gone.
Yeah.
Once the dozer did its thing, it was awesome. It was great to see. So
Yeah, it's a valuable asset.
it's a huge asset. Thank you.
Valuable asset, yeah.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Just thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Chief Mitchell, thank you very much. Moving on, firefighters local 522, Captain Schollard.
Good evening, Board of Directors, Chief House, members of the public, colleagues.
Sean Scollard, Vice President for Local 522, Captain assigned on days. Just want to say thank you very much for all of your continued support. Want to say thank you to the tireless effort that's been put in by Jeff and Aaron, and Kyle, and the whole team on putting together the work that was needed for this bond measure. I just want to echo what President Jameson said last board report, in that we appreciate the unanimous support from this board. That's what it's going to take to see this thing through to the finish line. I know that it's hard to ask for any dollars in a time right now with inflation the way that it is and stuff, and I know that each of your districts are going to be affected differently. So I appreciate Jeff, articulating the $6.50 ask, and I think it's something that when you get pinged with questions or your constituents are asking you, it's a time to think about the difference between needs and wants. And this is something that we need. We need to be able to provide the services that we have to do, that the men and women out there are working tirelessly, and that the conditions in which they're working in are not fair to them. And this organization, like I mentioned before, needs to be a little bit more comfortable exposing the things that we try to hide, and that's the inundated stations, that's the lack of reserve engines in our fleet, as Shay attested to, that we got 22 other places that engines could go, even though we're ordering 5. Like, that is a fault of ours. I mean, that's something that we need to be happy exposing to the public so they can realize that we do have a true quantifiable need at this organization for this ask. It's not just the shiny stations that we put up on our Instagram. We do that because we're proud and we want to show them, and embrace the great things that we have. But we do have major asks out there. We have major needs out there for station improvements and the conditions of the folks to continue doing a great job. I think that the poll data shows that when members of the public are asked, are you happy with the service? Absolutely. Now let's show them where that service comes from, and that they're still getting a fantastic service despite sometimes the duct tape and baling wire model that we've been operating on for a long time. I think that's very important. So thank you to your team very much, and everybody that's been involved. I can tell you that we've been very proactive on the labor side of this, and I know that Trevor's been meeting with many stakeholders, making sure that we have the support that we need, that there's not going to be significant opposition out there. Even if it's a neutral, that's phenomenal. And because of the relationships that he has, and because of the type of person that he is, we're seeing positives from that. And I can give you my commitment that we are going to work tirelessly to make sure that this is seen through to the finish line, because we know the importance of it. And so we're going to be busting our butts, and we're going to be talking to your constituents. And if there's one thing that this organization does well, is it rallies in a time of need, and we do that for each other all the time. And this is a benefit for all of us. So thank you very much for that. To tie in your staff on the EER document, having something that was inundated for so long, a document that goes back to American River, Melissa saw that there was a need for that, and that was a daunting task, and I appreciate the collaborative effort on that. So seeing that through the finish line is nice. This has been a week of accomplishments and a week of collaboration with this organization, and I think that we're starting to bear the fruits of that. And I am happy to report out a very positive labor management meeting yesterday. And I think it's something very important for the members of the public to realize that labor and management are still working together to improve the service to the community. Despite the needs of the organization, we put them first. We put them first. We put them above what this organization has in their budgets to make sure they have the proper service, and that the men and women that work here have the proper tools to be able to provide that service despite a bond measure. We're still making that choice. We're still making that decision. We're prioritizing it. I think it's extremely important for them to hear that and understand. I hope that they take that to heart when they go to the voting box, when they decide to cast that ballot, that they take that into consideration, that those are the decisions that are being made by this organization and the folks that work here. Congratulations to Mark Siebert. We've known each other for a very long time. I think we've just connected the dots that when we first met, I was the age of his daughter that's in the audience, so it probably aged both of us, which might be a first time I was able to say that, but there's nobody that deserves that more than Mark. He works his tail off. I think everybody knows that, so congratulations to you. Congratulations to our chief pilot. I'm not going to butcher your name, or at least the last name. Welcome to our organization. I hope that in the short time that you've been here, you see what type of organization you've chosen to work for. And I'm sure that this team picked you for a reason, because you are a good fit for this organization. And if there's anything that we can do to support you, that just know everybody's here to rally around you. So thank you. With that, I'm contained and open for any questions if you have any for me.
Do you have any questions for the captain? Thank you
very
so much.
much.
Good to see you again. All right, moving on to committee and delegate reports. Director Gould, do you have anything for the executive committee?
No report.
Thank you very much. Chief Green for the Comm Center JPA.
Thank you, Vice President Wood. To President Gould, directors, Chief House, everybody. Chris Green, Assistant Chief in the Operations Branch, and I'm your board member for the Communications Center JPA. News tonight, several accolades for you. The first is our dispatcher, Summer Carroll, just celebrated her 24th year as a dispatcher. We fully anticipate her returning for one more year, at least for the silver anniversary. Secondly, at the end of the fiscal year, just this past June 30th, Assistant Chief Freeman, who is the Chief Executive Director, moved back to his permanent role at Consumnes Fire after 1 year serving the position. So congratulations to him. He had many milestones that he accomplished in 1 year in his time there. The Chief Executive Director position has since moved to Sacramento City Fire Department, effective July 1 this month. And that role is being filled by Assistant Chief Derek Parker. He's already hitting the ground running, and I think is at a Image Trend conference this week. Lastly, have great news that I am not going to ad-lib from, I'm going to read from, with a press release that went out yesterday. This regards a accredited center of excellence, the ACE Award for our Comm Center, which is one of the highest achievements that a communications center and the emergency services can reach. Sacramento Regional Fire EMS Communications Center has earned an international recognition for dispatch excellence. Specifically, the ACE Award, Accredited Center of Excellence for Emergency Medical Dispatching. The SRFECC has proven that it meets and exceeds the industry's established standards, showcasing strong local oversight and a commitment to continuously improvement based on data. The accreditation board chair gave us this quote: "Accreditation is truly a pinnacle achievement. We applaud the dedicated call takers, dispatchers, and the leadership team at the Communications Center for their commitment to quality and for meeting the high standard that few achieve. We know that the communities they serve will count on these fine first responders to do an outstanding job today, tomorrow, and in the future." A little bit of context, this has been a goal of the Communications Center for quite some time. It's not easy to achieve, and to be able to accomplish this also with the governing body that we have through a JPA really shows a commitment to not only what Metro Fire provides, but also what Consumnes provides, what Folsom provides, and what Sacramento Fire Department provides as well for our communications center. So I, as the representative, have nothing but accolades for the fine men and women that have been working tirelessly for years to achieve this. This award is essentially valid for 3 years. So we have bragging rights for 3 years. And we do plan on going through the process again in 3 years as well. And that planning process to achieve this continuous award has already started this month. So that's what I have for you this evening, unless you have any questions.
Excellent. Any questions for Chief Green?
I believe President Gould may have a question.
Director Gould.
Well, I do. Thank you very much. Chief Green, as you know, this last week, the entire world was impacted by an IT debacle yet to be determined. And it was my understanding that some EMS systems were pretty significantly impacted. I think Phoenix, Arizona was one example. Can you share with us briefly just what the comm center is doing as far as security goes and/or backup systems that can be implemented immediately so that our men and women and the community at large can avoid what was going on in some of these EMS systems.
Absolutely, President Gould. Thank you for the question. At a very high level, our dispatching service was not directly affected by this IT outage. Part of it was fortune that we actually have an older computer system that really runs the day-to-day show. However, several of the components that are tied into that are more modern, such as image trend, did experience some challenges. So while we had some regional challenges in the field with some of the report writing modules out there, nothing specifically affected call taking or emergency response. In terms of what we have in the background to deal with any type of IT issue, whether it's a loss of power or a spyware, some type of malware, there are multiple redundancies set in, where at the absolute end of the day, our center will be able to answer the telephone call on multiple redundant systems and also be able to manually dispatch fire stations in the blink of an eye, even if it means a telephone call to the fire station or something over the 800 radio. We have had challenges in the past with various degrees of, I don't want to call my teachers, just abnormalities in the system. To my knowledge, at least in my career, we have never actually had to get to the point of making telephone calls to fire stations to respond. But this is another layer of what the IT division within the communication center does, and they're using really what occurred internationally just this past week as a model to be able to react to in the future, because there's no guarantee that we'll be immune to something in the future. So if anything, it's a lessons learned, and fortunately our community wasn't impacted.
Thank you for that update.
Anything further, Director Gould?
No, that was a great response. Thank you. Thank you, Chief Green.
Thank you, Chief.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on to the Finance and Audit Committee, Director Jones.
Thank you. Thank you, Director Wood. Our Finance and Audit Committee did not meet today. However, and our next meeting is August 22nd, 5:30 in these chambers.
Thank you very much. Moving on to board member questions and comments. We'll start over to my right with Director Sailors.
Policy Committee will meet on August 8th.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. I saw no report and I went right on by it. Director Costa's not here, but we have no report from the Policy Committee. Their next meeting will be August 8th. Now turning it back to you, Director Sailors.
I don't have much of a voice tonight, and my button just came on. Thank you. This button's not working well. I just want to express my appreciation for everyone who is working in the heat out there that we've been dealing with for this whole month with all of the fires that we are having. Thank you for your continued service that is over the top professional. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and continue doing a professional job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Sailors. Director Jones?
Thank you. I have a few comments and then some shout outs as well. First of all, I'd like to thank the Metro Fire boat crew and the CERT members that supported the Great American Triathlon this last Saturday. That's a successor event to our EPI's Great Race that we've had for many decades in our county. So thank you to all those members that helped support and make that a safe and fun event. I'd like to give a shout out to Chief Green for all his work on the Capitol Air Show. As far as I could tell as a customer, it went smooth, and thank you very, very much. I know you were the duck on the water type of thing, paddling like heck below the surface. Thank you, Chief. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Assistant Chief Law and Battalion Chief Wilborn. They attended a public meeting put on by LAFCO regarding the Del Paso Manor Water District, and they were very supportive and informative to 50 to 60 plus folks that we had there. So thank you for them for the continued outreach on behalf of Metro Fire and at the end of the day, the safety of our community. And a shout out to Jeff Fry and his economic development team. I had the opportunity to tour West Jackson Township, one of the developments off Jackson Highway that will be coming eventually. We've heard about it for years and it's happening. And I had the great pleasure of directing them to our standards of cover, Section 5, future planning growth. So thank you very much for that information. We're getting it out. That's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. Director Weber.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate Mark as well. I've known Mark not as quite as long as his daughter is alive right now, but for a very, very, very long time. Also, Chief Pilot, welcome aboard. Looking forward to meeting with you and talking with you at some point. I don't ever want to be on your bird. Thanks for offering in the future. Jeff Fry and your team, fabulous job. Again, you guys are rock stars. Appreciate everything you've done. I'm glad to see that you have unanimous support and 100% support from all of us. So thank you, everybody. Lastly, thank you to Chief House. Chief House does a lot of things in the forefront. There's a lot of things that he does behind the scenes as well. I'd like to thank him for both of those. He knows what I'm talking about, but thank you very much. You're doing a great job, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director. Director Rice.
Thank you, Chief, and probably to Chief Law. You're still with fire prevention, right? Good. Today I attended the State Board of Fire Services meeting and had quite a discussion with the State Fire Marshal and the Deputy Director, but also earlier today with colleagues with Orange County Fire Department. And one of the things that was in discussion are the lithium-ion battery storage facilities. Orange County Fire has had at least 5 major fires with these facilities in the last 2 years. They have a member, they're probably going to lose a member on a medical due to heavy metal poisoning. The Fire Marshal does have the State Board of Fire Services through the Fire Marshal's office has an ad hoc committee, but it really kind of put my flag up that I wanted to at least ask, are we seeing these kind of facilities within our jurisdiction? And then if we are we on top of them? I think it's going to be one of the next new large hazards. I know it's a big deal in the Port of Long Beach as they bring these things in from overseas. So that was that one. And then Chief Rudnicki, thank you. State of California is getting ready to do their EMS awards. You know, and I always used to kind of poo-poo that. It's not, you know, we get a paycheck, we do our job, but it is really important that if we can highlight our members at a state level. John, thank you for that, and I appreciate your willingness to share that around the area. I think it's important. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Rice. If you don't know about it already, there is one being proposed by SMUD over in Sunridge Park. So if you want to put that on your list.
Yep. Good.
Director Clark?
No comment.
Thank you very much. Director Sheets?
No comment.
Thank you very much. I've got just 2 things to say. First of all, I want to thank the crew at Station 53, which includes Captain Beveridge, Engineer Garza, Firefighter LaCruel. I apologize for messing up your name, but Medic Bonch and EMT Mudrick. I had a great visit with them a couple Mondays back. Went out, sat down with them, had dinner at 6:30, or at least we started what looked like and smelled like a fabulous dinner. And we got the first of 5 calls over 3 hours. So got a good taste of what their life is like. But I appreciate all their hospitality and the conversation we had. It was a great time. The other thing, just a comment I want to make, observation. All of you know my passion, my support for the Burn Institute. Had the pleasure of volunteering with them with one of their main fundraisers last month. Director Weber was there and volunteered with us. A couple of other directors, Jones and Clark and Sailors, you were there, weren't you? I'm sorry. Well, we were there, and we had one member of our organization that was there. He's married to one of the workers at the Burn Institute. Beyond that, we had nobody from admin, we had nobody from the line, nobody from any level of management at that fundraiser. It was quite frankly embarrassing. Sac City had their 3 or 4 guys that were there doing the raffle tickets, were all Sac City firefighters. There were a number of other agencies represented, but not a single person from Metro besides the several that I mentioned up here. So the Burn Institute is essential. It's necessary for what we do. Probably 8 to 10 times a year, not monthly, but almost monthly, we get notice from the chief about burns to our members. And there's more, there could be more. Those are the ones that we just get notice of. So our members need this. They need to have this asset available to them, and we need to be there to support it. And just need to see more representation from Metro at Burn Institute fundraisers. It just doesn't make any sense not to support that group. So hopefully we'll see more of you out there next year. And that's all. Director Gould.
Thank you, Director Wood. I would just like to take a second and thank my fellow board members as we near the midterm of this year, or just recently passed. I want to thank all of them for their dedication, for your willingness to collegial speak with each other and discuss policies. Tonight, we're going into closed session on a very delicate topic and want to continue that particular theme as we go into our conversations. But I want to thank all of you, the time and dedication that you have for this board, for the time away from your families, and thank them, because your presence here tonight is evidence of you not being with your family and how precious that is. And then also to echo my colleagues' comments on about the men and women. Please be safe. Please continue to take seriously the heat and its impact on your work. And we're very proud of you every single day that you go out there. Thank the executive staff and all members of Metro for all the things that they do, not just at the board level. Thank you, Director Wood, and we look forward to going into closed session.
Thank you very much, and made my personal goal of getting you out of here by 7, so please leave and enjoy your families, and we'll see you at the next meeting.
Recording stopped.